Alrighty, it's time for more Hovind because that's just what I do. I'm gonna diversify. I'm working on doing some things gaming related, possibly some tech related stuff. Just what I can on the that's pretty simple and straightforward. Just to diversify things and get back into the groove of doing those kinds of things. But yeah, we're gonna whack the Hovind as we traditionally do around here. I got no preamble beyond this. Let's just fire away and do it to it.
At Dinosaur Adventureland in Lenox, Alabama. It is September the 19th, 2025. We made it, brother. I didn't think I'd live this long.
Made it to what, Kent? God, that terrible. All your jokes, terrible.
Let's see. Evolution is the dumbest and most dangerous religion in the world. Prove me wrong. Call in. Open mic to call in, state your opinion. Okay. Let's see. We're on Facebook, 160,000. Sign up for that if you would. Rumble, everything's free. We pay for it. Okay. X.
Oh, you mean you pay for the stupid ass KenHovind.tv and everything else is, yeah, free? As in, no one pays except advertisers? And maybe those of us who use YouTube Premium or for some ungodly reason pay for whatever subscription service Rumble has. But you're not supposed to be on YouTube, are you? You're not on YouTube at all. You say yourself, they took us off of YouTube. However, you clearly are on YouTube. Oh, look, they don't have a description added here. But if you go to the most recent video as of last night, they actually have the details. Find us at this, that, and the other. So, yeah, they at this point, Joseph's not even trying to hide that it's them or not them on YouTube. And I should check out the other. You know what? I should do that real quick. Give me a moment. Let's see. Kent Hovind Fan Club. We're going to take a small deviation here because we are going to check out. Oh, they haven't done anything for a couple of weeks. So they might have decided to play cautious with this one and not keep going, or the restream connection just broke. Okay, we're going back to the main tab. You'll see it next video I cover from more recent one. You'll see what I'm talking about. But they added the little find us at drdino.com, call 855 big dino and all that bullshit.
Instagram, let's see, TikTok, our own app, KentHovind.tv. Push a button, something will happen, okay? September 19th, 2025. Let's see. A bunch of Americans are sad at holiday time. We want to invite all of you to come here to Dinosaur Adventureland. That family with 11 kids or people group today, they had such a blast.
First thing I got to talk about, it isn't Jesus, it isn't God, it isn't salvation, it isn't love, it isn't care, it isn't friendship, fellowship, or anything of the sort. It's how great Dinosaur Adventureland is. Just, not even being, the cynical bastard I am, just seriously think about that. The first and most important thing to him is always DAL. What does that tell you about this man? Cares about himself more than his supposed faith, his supposed God, his supposed religion.
Fun around here. Come on down. Come join us for Veterans Day or Columbus Day or Harvest Festival in place of Halloween.
Indigenous Peoples Day. You want to replace Halloween with Harvest Festival for no fucking reason other than Halloween satanic, even though it's All Hallows Eve, a day before All Saints Day, but let's not get into the details. You just don't like the spooky because you're a fucking idiot, Kent. Yeah, you're fucking Columbus Day, rapist, genocidal maniac celebrating him. Fuck that shit.
In November, you can come down for Veterans Day or Thanksgiving Day. We'll treat you like royalty. Come on down. Come spend Christmas with us. We'll be your family.
No, Chris will not come spend Christmas with you. Do you hear that? He said, no, listen what he says.
Hey, we'll treat you like royalty. Come on down. Chris, come spend Christmas with us.
Chris, come spend Christmas with us. No, Chris will not be spending Christmas with Kent Hovind. I would rather be at work.
We'll be your family. Don't have a family, come on down. Okay, you can like, share, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. And whatever you're supposed to do, I don't know. Just do it, okay? Let's go to drhelpdino.com. Help us to open for free. I'm anxious to get to our whacking atheist tonight. drdino.com. There you go. We don't charge anything. Over 9.5 years now, been open. Let's see.
Just, donate to us because, that's what you're supposed to do is give 10% of everything to the ministry. Or more, plant your financial seed today. At least Hovind doesn't do that. At least he doesn't say, your tithe offering will be doubled and tripled. He's honest of like, hey, donate to us so we can fund shit. So there's at least that.
Let's see.
No prosperity gospel here. Just plain old Southern Baptist hatred.
Get to
Trademarked.
hang on. Oh, right here. Slide number 27. Someone texted me in the comment section. I mentioned, I love Charlie Kirk. Glad what he did. He was awesome.
I'm sure, yeah, it doesn't surprise me in the least that, Kent.
I hope 1,000 people take his place and start 1,000 more ministries. But
I'm not going to make the comment I want to with regards to hope 1,000 people take his place. I'm going to take the higher road here and just allude to the fact that there's something I really want to say but won't.
I mentioned I disagree with him about the Sabbath, and somebody commented, oh, he was right about the Sabbath and you're wrong. And I promised him in the comments that I would discuss that tonight. So you can call.
Okay, first off, Charlie Kirk wasn't a goddamn theologian because Kent, you ain't a goddamn theologian. So this is two morons arguing over shit they have no fucking clue about. Which basically boils down to every religious conflict ever, but that's another story.
Call in if you'd like, if you disagree, okay? Charlie Kirk on, and then we're going to talk about Emma Thorne. Kent Hovind explains how.
Kent bringing up Emma Thorne likely because in a previous video, which if y'all haven't seen, Ambushed Apostate was brought out by name in Kent's video, what was it, last Thursday. He did a wonderful piece on that. At the tail end, I and Austin Sims join in. And of course, I'm quiet as hell when it's a group stream, but he and Austin had a hell of a chat, and I just added in some thoughts where I could. Point was, Seth over here covered it surprisingly well. Sent a message to Kent on Facebook just to see what will happen, if anything. So far, still hasn't been seen as far as we can tell. But yeah, in that video, in the short that Kent was actively reacting to, he did the thing where he showed a little bit of Seth's video and then would read comments. So he gave it that pseudo whacking, kind of like he did me back in the August 8th incident. Yeah, Seth mentions Emma Thorne amongst many people covering Kent. And so I guess that gave Kent the idea of, let me cover Emma Thorne again because, I've got a creepy obsession with this woman and her life. Because she made like a couple of videos about me, and one of them was with AJ, and you know how much I hate that guy, Hovind.
Time, space, matter. Emma, you get the prize again, okay? So we'll take questions first. But let me go back to Charlie Kirk and the Sabbath. Let's see. Here is my take on the topic.
Look at him fumbling through his slides repeatedly. Hovind is having not a good day today.
Right here.
And granted, for context, this is Friday's stream.
What about the Sabbath? Charlie Kirk kept a Jewish Sabbath. What did he mean by that? Charlie Kirk, why I observe the Sabbath. I think it's wonderful to take a day off. I wish I could do it, okay?
Yeah, then just do it, Kent. Quit bitching about working so hard, working in air quotes so hard, when you're the motherfucker who's in charge of everything. You want to not work for a day, just fucking do it. Oh, wait, you barely work ever.
It's
driving around your little theme park dedicated to your own damn self and going through your own fucking slides ad nauseum because it gets you hard is not work. All right. Sorry to tell you, Kent.
Nothing wrong with that. But what about this Sabbath? Is that for Christians today? Simple question. Here's my take on it. I've been reading the Bible 56 years. I'm not the world's expert on it, but I know it pretty good. Okay. Sabbath.
You sure as hell think you are, Kent. Dumbass.
The seventh day of week, observed from Friday evening to Saturday evening as a day of rest and worship by Jews and some Christians. Okay. Sabbath. As you can read all about it. Sabbath is the seventh day. Okay. Thursday, see, ancient Rome, the third day of the week was named for Mars, the god of war. Each day of our week has a pagan name behind it. Okay. God says the seventh and the earth were finished in Genesis chapter 2. And on the seventh day, he ended his work. So he blessed the seventh day because he rested from all the work that he created and made.
Why would your magic, infinitely powerful Sky Daddy need to rest? Why, Kent? Why?
He's not going to worship himself on the Sabbath, I don't think.
Unlike Hovind.
Okay. So God rested on the seventh day because he was done.
Yeah, and I rest a lot because I'm fucking done too. I'm done with this political climate. I'm done with you goddamn evangelical terrorists. I'm done with all this goddamn shit.
2,600 years later, God gave Moses the Ten Commandments.
Allegedly in a book written by fucking morons intended for goat fuckers.
For the children of Israel. And he was, as he was leading them out of slavery, and said, guys, you're free now.
You're free. Now obey these rules or else. You got out of one slavery and now you're in another. So suck it up, buttercup.
Now here's how things are going to change. And he told them to remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. So God told Moses to command the children of Israel to honor the Sabbath. Now, there's quite a few churches that claim they keep the Sabbath. I wouldn't fight them.
Yeah, but you're devoting an entire chunk of time to arguing with these principles. So yeah, you are fighting them, Kent.
I disagree on a couple things, okay? Seventh-day Baptist. Seventh-day Adventist. Let's say Sabbatarian Pentecostals. Okay? So, many people and churches today meet or worship on Saturday and think the Bible.
I'm a 69th day exegesis myself. And we have the ultimate bong hit every 420th day of the year.
The Bible commands this. That's fine. We have church 6 days a week here. But Sunday is named after the sun. Moon Day, named after Monday. Monday, named after the moon. Thor's Day, Woden's Day. They're all pagan holidays. Our name's Saturn. Saturday's named after Saturn Day. Okay.
Yeah. That's thanks to your, European influence right there. Your Romans taking over pretty much all of Europe and cultural elements blending in, and it's some fascinating shit. Really worth looking into.
There they are right there. Saturn's Day for Saturday. We do not know if the pagan Roman calendar we currently use is the same as the original creation week. Our Tuesday could be the seventh day. We don't know.
Oh no, Kent, why don't you go through all the stories and count the individual days and find out exactly when it was? That's how this stuff works, right? That's how you figure out exactly when everything happened. So I need you to go through and figure out exactly when every date happened, because you're a fucking expert. And if you can figure out, oh, we're 6,000 years ago, you should be able to get a little more granular with that. Oh, wait, you can't because your book isn't that specific? Funny, because you obsess over this book being so specific on shit when it's generic as hell on crap. And in the end is a load of bullshit anyway, so what the fuck does it matter? Oh, right. What would religion be without these fuckwits bickering over the tiniest fucking details of their favorite fairy tale? I've been to anime conventions with less internal bickering than this fucker has with everyone else who's remotely anything close to Christian.
Does God require Sabbath keeping of Christians? Questions.org. Okay. There you go. The Bible says the law was a schoolmaster to bring us to Christ, but we're no longer under a schoolmaster.
Yeah, well, as was said by Pink Floyd back in the good old days of music that didn't suck ass, we don't need no education.
The law was given to bring people to Christ, but it does not keep us in Christ. Here we go. Nehemiah chapter 9, key verse. Thou camest down upon Mount Sinai, and spakest with them from heaven, and gavest them thy right judgment.
Notice he said Sinai. Just listen to that again.
Camest down upon Mount Sinai, and spake.
Sinai. If it is pronounced with the A, okay, they should have put that in there. Because it's Sinai.
Spakest with them from heaven, and gavest them thy right judgment.
And yes, I'm going to be fucking petty about the way this fucker pronounces things. Someone gave me shit over that in the comments on my previous video about something where he forgot to say something. Oh yeah, he said veteran instead of veteran. And it's like, motherfucker, I am going to pick on this shit because he thinks he's fucking perfect. And he talks like a fucking hillbilly piece of shit. I've run into actual fucking rednecks who are more eloquent than this ass clown.
And true laws, good statutes and commandments, and made us known unto them, this is the Jews, thy holy Sabbath, and commanded them.
Were they Jews then, Kent, or were they Hebrew/Israelite? Apparently there's a point where they aren't Jews. You know, it's almost as if the Israelites and the Hebrews evolved into the Jews. Got them. Oh, but it's the same kind of person. But Christians completely different.
Statutes and laws by the hand of Moses. The Sabbath was not revealed until Moses, 2,500 years after the creation. There's no record of anyone from Adam to Moses keeping it. Not saying they did.
Okay, but if the days were still assigned, and the days have always been the days they've been, are the days always the days they've been or not, Kent? I mean, y'all go to church on Sunday. You make sure of that. Why? Is it because that's the day to go? Or is it because that's just arbitrarily chosen and you don't really know what the day you're supposed to go actually is? Of course, you technically have it every fucking day because you're a fucking religious cult and you obsess over this stuff. Instead of having actual lives, you just jack off over, the idea of a blood cult. But
Didn't, but it doesn't say they did either. Okay. So God rested on the seventh day. First mention of the Sabbath after that is 2,600 years later when he gives the commandments to Moses. The Gentiles will keep the Sabbath with the Jews during the millennium. We're not there yet. There's no evidence or scripture of anyone keeping the Sabbath for 2,500 years until it was made known to Moses.
Okay, well, after that, you were supposed to fucking keep it. And if it's determined to be a certain day at that point, then there you go. Suck it up, Buttercup. That's the fucking day. Get over it.
He said, see, the Lord hath given you this.
Why the fuck am I trying to defend the Jewish portion of the Bible against Kent? Am I losing my mind? It doesn't really matter.
Sabbath.
Seth, you're not supposed to agree with me. He said yes. I'm like, damn it, bastard.
Abide ye every man in his place. Let no man go out of his place on the Sabbath day. You can't go out of your house.
Yes, we've been through this before. You're about to bring up that you can't even use electricity, or just by existing, you're violating someone else following the Sabbath because, someone's got to work at the power station, even though they don't necessarily need to be manned. It's just, we've heard it all before, Kent. Bring something new. Normally pastors have like a rotating pattern of sermons. They go through like a year or two, and they tend not to overlap things unless it's very critical. You just do this shit all the time, and you aren't even at your main thing. This is a request that someone made of you because of Charlie fucking Kirk, a worthless piece of shit political commentator who somehow got some fucking traction because, oh yeah, the right loves hate mongers, and then when he gets killed, everyone's like, oh my god, the horror, as if he was some kind of special person. Man, fuck him. Fuck you too, Kent. How are y'all doing? I'm having a normal one today.
Okay. How can you have a church on Sunday or Saturday when you got to go out of your house to get there? If you really want to keep the Sabbath, you should not go out of your house. But it was fine with me. I don't care. Go stay where you want.
And yes, after the stream is done, go to Ambush Apostate's channel and check that short. He recorded it waiting for me to get out of work. That's how dedicated he is to this shit. Multitasking. Gotta wait on Yamato. Might as well get this short figured out.
Well, Jesus was out of his house on a Sabbath day's journey. Don't do any work. Thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant. You can't work, and you can't make anybody else work.
Well, you're definitely honoring the Sabbath, Kent, because you don't do any goddamn work.
You can't use any utility.
You're honoring the Sabbath every fucking day, Kent. There he goes. He's on his utility thing.
You're making somebody work downtown. Are you turning the water on and you're on city water?
Also, Kent's belief that power stations are mostly located downtown in this day and age, that facilities wouldn't have moved somewhere. Well, actually, Alan Fossil was downtown, south of downtown, but still. And then all the gas generators in Memphis, I forget the name of that facility, but that's down south of downtown as well. So, but still, power grid's more complicated than that, but that's me splitting hairs. And, I would rather talk about the electrical grid and the nature of supplying power to the people in more ways than one, rather than Hovind's bullshit. But we got a Hovind to whack, so let's keep going.
Made somebody work. How about the electricity? Yeah. You can't make anyone else work. You couldn't use gas or utilities or electricity, which is fine if you want to do that. I don't care. God rested the seventh day because he was done.
Yeah, like I'm done, and the stream just ends right there. And then I never whack Hovind again.
To death. That was the commandment for the Jews, okay, not the Norwegians. Breaking the Sabbath, punishable by death.
Oh, there we go. He has to bring up his Norwegian ancestry. Man, fuck you and your entire clan, Kent.
You kindle no fire. No, you can't start an internal combustion engine. You can't cook. Not if it's using electricity, you're making
Okay, I'll just start an external combustion engine.
somebody work downtown. Cooking with gas, you're making somebody work. So I'm sorry, you really want to keep the Sabbath? Go ahead. Don't light a fire. No cooking. Don't start any internal combustion engine. You're lighting a fire in every cylinder. The children of Israel shall keep my Sabbath. It's a sign between me and you. It was a sign to
Maria brings up that they were a Sabbath goy at a point in college. Yeah, I totally want to do that for somebody. I think that'd be fucking awesome. Just be like, here, I'll flip it. You can't flip it. That's cool. Let me do this. Just that is awesome. It's like, I respect that. It's not hurting anybody else. Let me do it for you. It's all good.
the Jews that they're a peculiar people. It's a sign for the children of Israel, not for the Norwegians, okay? The sign between me and you, Exodus 31. Children of Israel shall keep the Sabbath. Okay. It's a sign between me and the children of Israel. I don't think the Bible could be more clear on the topic. So I don't fight these people. Charlie Kirk did an awesome job. I hope hope thousands of people take his place and do the same thing.
Once again, not going to make the comment I want to.
I praise God for it. I wouldn't fight him. But this is why I disagree, and I promise I'd answer your question tonight. The elders of the children of Israel, I gave them my Sabbaths. It shall be a sign between me and you. This is clearly what it says, okay? Children of Israel for this Sabbath for the children of Israel. Okay, let me go back to Emma here. Here is Emma on TikTok. She starts off the program.
As Ken Hovind explains, time, space, and matter are.
This video was a mistake.
It's a mistake taking me on, isn't it, Emma?
No, just, there's some people, most people really, who are one and done when it comes to you. And I should have been like that, but I just kept on going because people enjoyed it, and they enjoyed the fact that I don't really give a fuck, and I just say whatever the hell I'm thinking at the moment, regardless of how dumb it is sometimes. Sometimes it's incredibly eloquent. Other times I'm a bumbling idiot, but I'm still smarter rambling off incoherently than you are trying to focus. Point is, Kent, you suck. You're annoying to even be exposed to. And she's pointing that out, that, oh boy, she's gone deep into the rabbit hole where people are citing you and your worthless idiocy. But of course, you got that shit-eating grin on your face, like, oh yeah, somebody brought me up. Oh, you don't like that, Emma, huh? You can't handle me, huh? And it's like, please, Kent, you're not worth people's time. Get over yourself, dude. Seriously, you're not fucking worth people's time. I only do this because people like to watch. And sometimes, well, most of the time, it does allow me to sharpen my reactions to things and get better and better at being able to just orate organically against my own minor, speech impediments and the like. But, people tune in and I like to entertain. So here you go. Enjoy. So it kind of became a thing, a shtick for me. Just cover Hovind all the fucking time. But it really is old at this stage. You're old at this stage. Not just being 72, near 73, but it's just, there's nothing new. And now I literally do just kind of wait for you to say the next idiotic thing, racist shit, or otherwise just abhorrent statement, so that I can just share a what the fuck moment with a population of people who otherwise would never watch a second of anything you do willingly without me or someone else reacting to it. You're nothing special, Kent. You're a fucking lolcow. You will forever be a lolcow. That's your biggest claim to fame, is being a goddamned joke.
What are you so afraid of? You claim you're an atheist. You claim you got scientific evidence to be an atheist. There's no God.
Yes, claim. No, Kent, you claim to be a Christian. Also, atheism is a rejection of theistic claims. It is not claiming that there is no deity. However, one who is atheist can claim such, and will, if they're claiming such, will be very happy in all times I've seen to elucidate on why they say there isn't one, their particular reasons and feelings for such. But of course, they'll almost always put it as they feel, with certainty, as opposed to stating it as an explicit, intrinsic fact most of the time. It goes to that 99%, but it's not to the 100.
Well, call me. 855 Big Dino, extension 4. I've whacked her a couple times on my Whack an Atheist program. Did I debate her once live? I don't know. Emma, I will. Okay.
You're so obsessed with debates, Kent, you'd think you'd actually, keep up with who you've debated. No, you haven't debated Emma. You and Matt Powell got your panties in a wad collectively over she and AJ did a response. Y'all responded to that. And then you did a few more videos on her because, ooh, look, young woman. That's double evil. And then you ask horrid questions about her personal life like a goddamn monster.
Not the least bit afraid of you or any of your lackeys, okay? All of you get together, have an atheist rally. Let me come speak. I'll debate all of you at the same time. Okay?
Wait, what was that about? An atheist rally, Kent, huh?
All of you get together, have an atheist rally. Let me come speak. I'll debate all of you.
Oh, yeah, like the Ark Encounter event, July 6th, 2025. That you chicken the fuck out on? Fuck you, Kent. Bitch-made chicken-ass piece of shit. By the way, I'm still waiting for your email, bitch boy. Get off your lazy ass and do it, fucker.
Same time, okay? With half my brain tied behind my back. So she said it's a big mistake. Yeah, because she mentioned Kent Hovind. Okay, next guy comes up.
How many of the millions of miracle reports throughout history have you actually deeply investigated?
Well, how many of the thousands and thousands of reports of people seeing fairies have
You didn't answer his question, Emma. You're diverting attention here. These guys do this all the time, okay? Change the subject. He asked, how many of the thousands of reports of miracles through history have you researched? And you avoid the question. How many fairies? What's that got to do with it?
you actually properly investigated?
If God got himself involved, then
The idea being implied is that fantastical claims, you're just latching onto one but rejecting all the others. Why don't you look more critically at the one that you latched onto and realize it meets the same criteria for being valid as the others that you reject, i.e., none of the criteria?
where's the free will?
Have you read the Bible? That's what he did. That's his whole thing, is getting involved. Hello, lovely people. My name is Emma. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome if you are new. Questions for atheists. Theists pose questions online. A lot of the time it takes the form of, atheists can't answer this one question. And then those of us in the skeptic community jump
Theists can't answer this one question. What the fuck is wrong with you?
on and say, hey, bro, don't even worry. I know you're stressing about this. I can answer that. And then we all live happily ever after.
Happily ever after? Emma, you're going to be dead for a long time. Long time. I promise you that.
Wow, that's the best you can do? Something that didn't even need a response, and you've got to throw that in there anyway, and you're going to be dead for a long time. So you're immediately moving to the end of your entire script, the desperation thing of like, well, you'll find out. Fuck off, Kent. Get better material.
Okay. Where are you going? I got eternal life coming. I don't know what you got.
No, you're going to rot in the fucking ground. And eventually I may or may not piss on your grave. I don't know.
Okay. She said they can answer the questions. Let's hear here. Oh, thank you, brother. Okay.
I thought it was about time I did my bit and answered some more questions for atheists. Where do people ask their questions these days? On the TikTok. So that's what we're doing. Looking at this TikTok page, I'm a little bit concerned that some of the questions might be sarcastic. But no nice religious person is asking atheists questions just to take the piss. That would be rude. Real Lily J says, hey atheists, I have a question.
Hey, atheists, I have a question.
God, I hate that bitch. Every video is the same thing. Hey, atheist, I have a question. And then it's the most stupid. Oh, yeah, it's a watchmaker argument. Actually, it's pretty much all it ever fucking is with her. Is the same fucking thing, which is what this is going to be, because I've seen this one. Hell, I think I remember the Emma video. So fucking obnoxious. And this worthless You know what? She's Australian, so I can say it without it being an issue. This cunt gets thousands of views, and the rest of us out there trying to do anything for actual, entertainment, anything of value to any subgroup, or just, help people realize, hey, religion's bullshit and you don't have to be a slave to Bronze Age ideas. Get nothing.
So you believe the universe is a coincidence and without a creator. But can this simple food be without a chef?
See, that's exact shit. It's like, oh, it's always a watchmaker. Look at this artificial construct that we know is man-made. Now I'm going to compare nature to this artificial construct. Therefore, by doing that, I don't realize I negate the entire concept of nature versus artificiality, things being natural and things being created, conflating the two to a degree where you can't tell that there's one or the other. Thus, the analogy breaks down completely because neither concept exists anymore. Congratulations, you just played yourself.
How does that work?
I made a huge mistake. I guess this is a good example to start with because this is probably the number one question for atheists that I see on the internet. Even though it's stupid, the watchmaker argument or the watchmaker analogy is the original version of this, right? You don't believe this complex thing spawned without a creator. So why do you think this complex thing, human beings, life, the universe, whatever, could have spawned without a creator? And it's also one of the easiest to just pull apart and debunk, which is part of why I find it frustrating. That is the main argument, question that I hear is this really tired, long debunked watchmaker argument.
Yeah, watchmaker, I'm so fucking tired of. Watchmaker, Kalam, all the theist arguments. I really want something new. Seriously. If anyone's fucking watching this who wants to argue, somehow you made it this far and you want to argue for your God, go for it. But, in my comments, please do, but come up with something new. Because otherwise, I'll call you out for not having anything to bring and, laugh derisively in your general direction.
It's been long debunked.
Yeah, Kent, it's been long debunked, you fucking idiot.
Just hear this, Emma.
What, Kent? What did you just say? Did you say you just heard this?
Say it's been long debunked. I'm anxious to hear this, Emma.
Oh, you're anxious to hear this. Okay, because I was about to say.
If I showed you this watch, Casio Databank stopwatch.
Oh, there we go. He's bringing up his Casio Databank watch that he's had since 1982 because he's Kent fucking Hovind. He wears that shit unironically.
And said nobody designed it. I hate to show you my... Hang on.
Look at how fucking red he is. He's gone beat red again.
Tan line. There, that's the real Kent Hovind. Only an idiot would believe that nobody made this. And
yes, because it's a known artificial product. You fucking moron.
One cell in your body is way more complex than a watch.
Complexity does not imply design. In fact, simplicity is a hallmark of design. Elegance and clever engineering are hallmarks of design. So not only does that not work in pointing towards design, but complexity is irrelevant to determining if something is designed or not, is engineered or not. A simple shape, a circular object that has been made to be that way as like an art piece, a little stone with a curve to it, but that was particularly shaped that way, is artificial. The stone's natural, but if an artist decided to do that, it would be a piece of art. It'd be a constructed object. Even if the river could do the same thing to a stone of that nature over time with the water erosion. That would be a natural, river rock, but they would look near identical. So this comparison of complexity and such is irrelevant. All that matters is what the actual origin of stuff is. And as much as you assert that the entire natural world is a creation, then therefore artificial, that's just not the case. And once again, by asserting the natural world is artificial, you destroy the distinction between things that are created and things that are not. And thus the entire analogy completely breaks down. I will forever stress that. But you're so proud of yourself holding up your little fucking watch. Oh, look at my tan line. That's real Ken Hovind. Oh, look at how much I'm out in the sun because I'm fucking Ken Hovind. I live in the middle of bumfuck nowhere, Alabama, and give fucking tours out in the middle of the fucking day in 100 fucking degree weather for people who already know the shit I say, who come down here to hear more of the same shit I say because I'm Kent fucking Hovind. Thinking you're making a point and you're not.
Way more. Probably trillions of times more complex.
No, it's really not. And once again, Kent, for natural processes, there's this thing called emergent complexity. And the funny thing about every aspect of life is that when you look at it, it shows every aspect of being an emergently complex process. Multiple simple processes stacking up sequentially to a point where you arrive at something that appears truly complicated. It's intricate, yes, but complicated, debatable. Because that complexity is emergent from simpler processes.
So, yes, I think it's a legitimate argument, and nobody has ever answered that. There is no logical way to say a watch could make itself with no intelligent designer. And she holds up a French fry, which you guys call a chip over there in England. That's why you had to have help fighting the war. Okay.
First off, she's fucking Australian. Second off, fuck you, you bigoted piece of shit. That's why you had to have help fighting the war. Fuck you, Kent. What a piece of shit. Last I checked, Britain held off the Nazis pretty damn well on their own. The Battle of Britain, you may want to look it up. Oh, wait. In the audio recording that includes you jerking off to an interview of yourself, you're watching fucking World War II documentaries on YouTube, and one of them is on the Battle of Britain. Last I checked, beyond the fact that some Americans volunteered to be RAF pilots, we weren't involved in that. They kind of handled it themselves and stopped Hitler from taking over all of fucking Europe. But what do I know? I'm just some stupid atheist. My daddy didn't fight in the war, only survivor of his platoon. Blah, 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 blah. You don't know shit, Hovind.
So it's easy to refute. Let's see what she says.
It's really easy to refute, and I do it so often that I think I've done it in very recent memory because it's right in here as a building a house example. So that must have come up like really recently.
So building a house can build itself.
Let her get to the point, you fucking idiot.
And a watch can make itself. This ought to be good. Go ahead.
And a god can make itself. Where'd your god come from? Oh, your god just has to be there? Uh-oh, special pleading. Fuck you, Hovind.
We know how chips are made. Let's talk about French fries. So, a few Americans.
We know how chips are made. We have we have the history of chips. In fact, I could probably look it up. Belgians may have been the first to fry potato strips in the late 17th or
Yeah, and that's a funny thing, is that the reason we call them French fries, I'm going to imagine, is because of the fact that in Belgium, they speak French. So, yeah, they're not actually from France, they're from Belgium. I don't know, I'm just putting some ideas together here. I hadn't really looked into it in detail. But let's see what Emma has to say on this if Kent ever lets her get down to it. Because, you know, unlike you, Kent, Emma is providing actual fucking information here.
She was asking you why it's an example of it had to be somebody to make it. And you're answering, well, yes, there was somebody made it. First, the Belgians made it. And then they got kitchens and French fries. We know how they're made. Yes, we know how they're made, but we don't know how they could make themselves. You're missing the whole point.
And this idea that the alternative is something making itself is ridiculous. That's not how stuff works. It's fundamentally impossible for something to make itself. That's one of those philosophical ideas that, you know, is one of those little like, that you kind of hit an Ouroboros moment here. Natural processes will create things. Again, emergent complexity from natural processes. It all boils down to that.
You're totally missing it. Okay. Yes, we know how French fries are made. Okay. How they're made by somebody. You think they grow in the ground that way?
18th century. I guess this works better on the like building argument, like a house argument, but for the sake of this chip, this potato fry, in this very specific instance, she should know
French fried potatoes.
how it came into existence.
Somebody grew potatoes, dug them out of the ground, peeled them, sliced them up, and fried them and served. It took intelligence all the way. Emma,
Yeah, Kent's is irrelevant, but his ideas aren't.
you're sinking your own boat here, honey. Come on now. Think. Stop and think.
Ew, honey, stop with that shit, Kent. I wonder how long it's going to be before he asks about her sex life, because, you know, that's what he loves to fucking do. God damn, Kent is a sick fuck.
Because there'll be a kitchen that serves them.
And nobody made the kitchen? Nobody?
Would you let her get through a complete statement and maybe respond to that, Kent? Maybe? Do you have memory problems? Can you only remember 6 seconds of stuff like a goldfish, which is totally not true, but, you know, we're just run with that meme. Is that a problem, Kent? They got pills for that. I don't know. You might not take them because RFK hasn't said they're good yet.
Nobody. The kitchen served him or somebody in the kitchen? Was there an intelligent person in the kitchen, Emma?
I don't know. Seth, were you in the kitchen making French fries? Because you're an intelligent person. Possibly. There we go. Wait, are you possibly intelligent or possibly making fries? One or the other. Maybe both. Oh no, I'm a dumbass too. Every time they want me to do something at work, I'm like, why? You know I'm going to fuck it up. And then they still have me do it anyway. Hell, I got shit slated tomorrow. I know I'm going to screw up. Oh, well, it doesn't involve much heavy lifting, so you got that. Of course, today didn't involve much heavy lifting, but God, it was monotonous. Just like Hovind.
We have our
Oh, sorry, I actually had it muted. For the record, Seth is intelligent. Hanging out with him, yes. Yeah. You know, we're all a little stupid. You gotta be. And when you're aware of it, that makes it all right.
whole history of evidence for the origin of chips.
Yes, it involved a bunch of people, didn't it? And intelligence. Joseph, I need a bigger hammer. She doesn't get it.
We know how they're made.
Okay, so if we don't know how God made the universe, therefore this analogy says something to you? Look, I'll tell you what. Emma, here we go. This little countdown timer stopwatch I use.
It's the same thing over and over. Kent, you're not saying anything new.
Is when I have a debate, they tell me I got so many minutes. I'm assuming it's
Really, it tells you got so many minutes. Why do you always go over time?
made in China. Let me look and see. Does not say. Okay. I've never been to China. Okay. Got to Japan, got close over there, but I don't know who made it. Therefore, nobody made it. That's your stupidity here. We don't see God make the world, therefore he doesn't exist. I didn't see the people in China make anything either.
That's not what's being said, fucking moron.
How do you not get it, Emma? I feel sorry for you. Okay. Keep going.
Yeah, we can actually go to one of these places to watch this stuff happen, though. They do exist. They can be found, or you can watch videos of it. Oh, there was a whole History Channel series called How It's Made. I loved that shit as a teenager. Young adult, I watched the hell out of that because it was fucking awesome.
We could walk into the kitchen and see the oven and see the potatoes being chopped. Where
Being chopped by who? A person or just being chopped? But the knife did it. Yeah, the knife just jumped off the board and started chopping them. You're really sinking your boat, Emma.
is
And people take you seriously, Kent. That's what amazes me. People actually think you're some kind of master of wisdom. No. God, you're dumb.
evidence for a creator who made the whole universe.
I really need to go on and just send the email that I intend to. Set the countdown and be like, if you don't do this now and you don't do this by these exact terms, you will never get this debate. So put up or shut up, old man.
Is not.
The only difference is we can see the creator in the kitchen making the French fries. We cannot see the creator make this world. Therefore, he doesn't exist. I didn't see.
There is no evidence of the universe being a creation, is the full point. You simply want to assert that everything is created with no reasoning behind it, other than, oh, the complexity, which means nothing. Look at my river rock example versus, a piece of art sculpted to look like a river rock.
The people in China make this thing either. Therefore, they don't exist. There's nobody in China. This is really silly. Emma, you're shaking your boat. Okay.
Fuck you, Hovind.
There's nothing. So it's a really simple question for atheists to answer that
Answer it.
Yeah, she covered it. Get over it, Kent. Find something new.
Can the chip make it? Potato chip the French fry make itself?
No one's saying that it can, you fucking moron, you disingenuous prick. Go to jail, Kent.
No. Can the universe make itself? No. You can see the guy who made the French fry. Okay. You cannot see the guy that made the world. So it's the same problem. You didn't answer it.
kind of betrays
Chris from Wreck-It Talk got me laughing over here. I mean, all of you have wonderful comments, and I love y'all. Chris says, Kent knows that even if he doesn't see the people at the restaurant spit in his food, they are spitting in his food.
a whole ideology, I suppose, if you want to talk about it like that, which is that we know how that food is made because we have evidence for it. We don't believe that somebody created the universe because there's no evidence for it.
It's the same evidence.
No, it's not, you fucking idiot. Good fucking God, Kent. How fucking dumb are you? Haven't said fuck enough yet today, by the way.
It's complex. It's designed. There had to be a designer.
Complexity is irrelevant. It is not designed. All right. Straight up not. You would have to show that there is designer to show that nature is designed. You're trying to go cart before horse there, buddy boy. Not how it works.
I have no evidence that somebody made this. No evidence. I didn't see it. So nobody made it. That's your logic, Emma. Feel sorry for you.
The end. Oh, the Lord's Giant. I feel like I've seen the Lord's Giant on YouTube.
Oh yeah, I've seen a clip from this dude. I like this guy. He seems genuine, and he isn't a condescending prick, at least in what I've seen, which may have been this very clip. So I kind of don't hate this Lord's Giant guy. I was looking for some shorts to react to some point, and I was like, I was gonna do a response to this one, but never got, or one of these, but never got around to it. But yeah, kind of like this guy.
I feel like I've bookmarked his YouTube page before. I think this might be somebody that I know of. He's hoping to get some good answers out of his genuine questions for atheists. So let's listen to the questions.
For atheists. So typically whenever I see y'all critiquing the way that God possibly judges people, and especially whenever it comes to hell, often it's the eternal conscious torment version of hell.
Sure.
But as I'm sure many of you already know, that's not the only view of hell within Christianity. It never has been historically, and it isn't still to this day. One of the other main Christian views of hell is that of annihilationism.
Yeah, this is actually the exact video of his that I found organically searching around for stuff to react to.
Where hell is essentially a place where the people who reject God, the people who God decides to send to hell, go there for a time, and then they're inevitably annihilated,
So, Memphis.
completely removed from existence. So my question is really twofold. One, why is that never the...
And look at how intent Kent is staring at this. He's thinking, oh, I gotta whack this guy. He's an atheist helper.
version of hell that is critiqued?
Okay, I'll stop it there and just answer this. If I'm critiquing a version of hell, it's because it's what's being told to me.
Yeah, my response was going to be that it's the predominantly way that it's presented. So basically the same thing, and I think we'd all agree. That's why we critique that particular version. The classic fire and brimstone that Kent Hovind loves because people suffer, and he likes watching people suffer.
Because it's what's being espoused by some Christian. And the Christian version of hell that is pretty much in every, if it ever comes up in some sort of evangelical video, it's the fire and brimstone version. I'm sorry, there is a second part, a second answer to that question, which is that as atheists, we don't believe in that. So we're only critiquing specific beliefs and parts of the Bible as they come up, espoused by other people. Generally, unless we're actually talking about the Bible, which I do fairly often, so this might sound a bit counterintuitive, but as a general atheist living my life, I'm not critiquing parts of the Bible or decisions made by some so-and-so here and there because I don't believe that.
And Dave, hope you're doing well, my friend. Remember, we're friends on Facebook. You can shoot me a message whenever. I'm passive about getting in touch with people, but that goes for everyone. You reach out to me, I'll get back to you. I'm just kind of in my own little world 90% of the time. Seth can attest to that.
It's an accurate historical record. I don't believe.
Don't believe in God, doesn't believe in the historical record. Emma, this guy believes there's several different versions of hell. One is that people go there and eternally. Another, he says, is that people go there and get burned up, annihilated. I disagree with that, but there are people who believe that. The Bible seems to clearly teach hell is eternal. The torment is eternal. I don't like that idea. That's what it says, though.
Yeah, the concept of hell is Seth is bringing up that it's extra biblical. Extra biblical. It's extra biblical. It's extra biblical, guys. It's very extra biblical. A lot of elements we think of are from Dante's Inferno and the actual separation and construct. There are mentions of like a land of fire and brimstone and lakes of fire and such scattered through, but it's a very loose concept that's been elaborated upon through the millennia. As one would accept with mythology that's constantly being, modernized, updated for new generations each time to keep it fresh, and the nature of people adding to stories.
God must have a reason for it. And I think when we get to heaven and have our judgment, and God plays out for everybody in the universe, every thought you ever thunk, every deed you ever done, every word you ever said, we're all going to be shocked.
Okay, yeah, and you know what, Kent? Here's what I have to say. Fuck you, fuck your Jesus, fuck your God, fuck Donald Trump, fuck Charlie Kirk, fuck RFK, and anyone else who I can't think of. Oh, yeah, most importantly of all, fuck Elon Musk. There, let God judge me for that. I'll tell him fuck you to his face. What's he gonna do? What he's already gonna do anyway? Pussy ass bitch. And debate me, God, debate me.
Wow. Look, you watch these shows on TV where they show what somebody does, and is this judgment fair? Did he get the punishment he deserved? Yeah. So God is holy and righteous. He's perfectly just to do whatever he wants with his creation. It's up to him. So we'll see. But it's just what it says, and I believe it. Okay.
I believe in God. I don't believe in hell, so I'm not going to critique God's decision to make hell like that unless it comes up in conversation like this. Okay, sorry, carry on.
Is 100% the way that God chooses to judge. Does that, in your eyes, make him more of a fair judge? I have no desire.
So he's asking whether we would think that it's fairer for God to just wipe out the people that are sent to hell that are.
Okay, just to answer before Emma gets to it, again, in like a quick form, because I was originally going to make an actual reaction to this video. I don't think it's fair per se. I find the judgment concept to be appalling by given the nature of things, but it's a less brutal concept than the perpetual lake of fire, eternal punishment concept. But that's not saying much, but that's what I'll give as a response to it. That's the kind of consideration I'll give it, I guess. I don't know where to go from there. Like, if I was talking one-on-one with this guy, it'd be pretty interesting, but yeah.
Judged unworthy versus eternal suffering and torment. And I think it's, well, maybe it's slightly fairer. I still think it's evil to sort of fairly arbitrarily, based on the rules in the Bible.
And god damn it, Seth, if neutron stars are a religion, then that's one I subscribe to. I fucking go to sleep listening to documentaries and shit on those things. Ones I've already watched before. I just find it, when you get a cool narrator that's not fucking AI talking about it, it's fucking awesome. So I'm like, yeah, here, reach that Chandrasekhar limit. Oh yeah, there you go. There you go. Have a relativistic collapse. Oh, there's a rebound phase. Yeah. Just... neutron stars kind of get me going, Quantum gravity, Hovind. I don't know.
Send some people to eternal heaven to be with God in whatever form you believe in, to be with God for all eternity. And some of those people being the friends and loved ones of those people, just wiped off the face of existence forever. How is that fair for those people in heaven who loved and cared for those people? I still think that's very evil and horrible.
For name calling or pointless arguing. For any atheist that sees this, I genuinely want to know your opinion. Regardless.
I'm not one to defend religion at all, but that idea of heaven and hell, and the idea that the people, let's say your whole family, goes to heaven, but you were punished to hell, and like your mom and your sister and stuff have to suffer at the idea that you're punished for eternity. I have an idea that a fake you is presented to quantify their happiness up there. And so, as far as everyone knows, everyone they know is saved, even though it's just a complete, fake version of you based on what they know about you. It's the most accurate you that could be created in a sense, but it's a pseudo you. That's an idea I had for working around that, which again shows the horrific nature of the concept in that, oh, a way to circumvent it is to create basically pod people to fill in the role of those who did not get saved, so that the people who did don't suffer unjustly the thought that, oh, this person and that person, didn't survive. It's fucking crazy. But hell, that's the kind of stuff I'd probably come up with if I was an apologist. I'd probably have some really twisted ass view of Christianity that would work for me. Maybe I'd get other people. Maybe I'd have my own cult. I don't know. I'm too ethically on the right side of things, apparently, to form my own cult. Oh, let me tell you, the idea sounds kind of interesting, but man, when the feds come, it does not end well. And I don't know. I kind of like it a little cooler. I don't like, the buildings burning down and huddling inside of a bunker and, Anyway, Waco sucked. Moving on.
God bless.
Well, that was a nice ending. I hope I gave him my opinion in in a way that was fair. It does say a little.
Yeah, see, even how Emma reacted to the dude, it's like, you can't be mad at this guy. He's coming at it genuinely and friendly. It's like, okay, I like you, dude. You're all right. You might say something down the line that might, cross a line, but right now with that one, you were okay.
Something, and I'm guilty of contributing to this by answering sarcastic, rude questions and therefore being sarcastic in response. It does say something that somebody who has a genuine question has to top and tail it with I don't want an argument. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not interested in name calling. I just really want to hear your opinion, which is really nice. It's just a shame that anyone feels like they have to say that. Let's just say a lot of the back and forth on both sides of theism and atheism sort of discussion and debate can be very unfriendly. But that was a nice guy with a question that I've never heard before that we were able to give our opinion on.
Yeah, exactly. And Tyler with a great one. If neutron stars had a 15-foot penis, Kent would be interested in them too.
That feels like an early win. If you're reading this, go buy my poetry book. Okay. This is 5 minutes, so we might have to limit our viewing of this.
Come from the atheist's favorite question. The reason Christians are oftentimes stumped by this question too is because it implies a finite God, a God that was created or had a beginning. But if
Oh, yeah, this is where the internet craps out.
Guess that's her buffering. Oh, me. Okay. Well, here. Let me hit pause.
Instead of reloading the page or anything like you would if the thing gets caught up. And what's funny is, okay, so, when Seth told me about this, and it was like, oh, their internet went out. I'm like, but wait a minute. They're still streaming. So their internet didn't go out, but one of the many pipes, the series of tubes that is the internet acted up. And instead of refreshing the page or redoing anything, they just abort completely. Funny, Kent. I thought you and your ilk were against abortion, especially this late in the video. It's a very late term abortion right there, Kent.
So let's take some questions from the audience. Gone a half hour. Emma, I'll be glad to debate you anytime. Dino extension 4. Say, Joseph, how dumb he is. Please do. Can't wait for that. Okay, any questions or comments? Studies in DNA and the genome are significant evidence for evolution. You believe that? I study.
Yeah, they are. Fallibility. That sounds like a fake name, but But yeah, DNA and the nature of genetics is very clear evidence for evolution. In fact, it's incredible how much the whole twin-nested hierarchy that it is of taxonomy following phylogeny, and that the genetics supports what we actually see. Like, oh, these creatures appear to be very similar. Holy shit, they are. But then sometimes we're surprised and like, oh, this is more closely related to this. You track back and, oh, that makes more sense. It's funny how it all works. Most of the time, it's pretty spot on, like you'd expect it to be.
Studied the language used in this book ancient giants who ruled America. I discovered
Yep, that's a real reputable source right there, buddy.
they used the same 26 letters over and over and over again. English alphabet. Huh.
Hey, here's something crazy for you, Kent. The alphabet used to be 27 letters. Our little friend ampersand used to be its own letter. I know, wild.
That's all they used. And guess what? In this book, Ancient Giants of America, they use the same 26 letters. That proves nobody wrote these books. That proves it right there. That's your logic.
Yeah, it's absolute idiocy, and no, that's just your logic, your attempt at logic, Kent, because you can't understand what's actually being said, you fucking numbnuts.
Can't understand that the DNA code is so complex. Our code for our computers is only 2-digit code, zeros and ones. The DNA code is 4-digit.
It's not zeros and ones, Kent. It's on and off states that are represented by that. But that's at the actual transistor letter. Actual coding at the lowest level for any computer, or is it highest level? I think it's going to be lowest level, is going to be generally assembly code for the actual instruction set for the processor in and of itself, telling it to run certain operations that are built into the transistor logic of it. Then you get into higher level programming languages, your C, your Lua, all that shit, that are written for that are written in particular ways that make it more approachable to humans to write stuff that is then compiled for the instruction set, i.e. generally as assembly code for the particular processor architecture. That's how computers work. DNA is fucking chemicals doing what chemicals do, Kent. It's all chemistry. Every aspect of life is chemistry, pure and simple. Find me an element of life that's an actual element of life and not some made up bullshit like the soul that isn't chemistry, and come claim your Nobel Prize.
Hundreds of times more complex than a 2-digit code, and you really think nobody made it. Okay. I'll have to sweetly, kindly tell you that's stupid, but believe what you want. Go ahead. Mountain bike. My uncle is a Seventh-day Baptist pastor. He sees the Sabbath as a moral law, not a ceremonial law. Okay, I don't think it's a law at all unless he's Jewish.
Yeah, Joseph, why would you even put that up? Why? Knowing Kent isn't going to say shit about it. He's just going to be like, well, I don't care. Well, fuck you, Kent.
I'm not Jewish. I just read the verses to you. The Sabbath was for the children of Israel. Okay. Keep it if you want. I don't fight those people over it. I got too many other battles to fight. Somebody asked me the question in TikTok.
Yeah, the same one over and over, where you say the same shit over and over that you've been corrected on over and over because you're a fucking idiot.
I promised I would answer it. That's all. Ken, how do we deal with the Catholics who think there isn't a pre-trib rapture? Oh, the Catholics are wrong on a lot more than that. I did a series.
Hey, Kent. You didn't understand the statement. Bobby Irvine here says, Kent, how do we deal with the Catholics that think there isn't a pre-trib rapture? So those who do not think there is a pre-trib rapture, i.e. those who think is a post-trib rapture, which is the same thing you think. Meaning that Bobby here does not understand your particular doctrines, your views on this subject, and you're too stupid to realize that what he's saying is a statement in support of your view. But because it's anti-Catholic, you just go on it. My God, how fucking dumb are you?
Series called Why I'm Not, a year and a half ago. Go back on our channel. Why I'm Not a Catholic. I don't want to fight the person. It's what they teach and believe. There's only two religions in
Yes, by calling people morons and telling them they're stupid and stuff. I mean, yeah, I do it to you, but yeah, because I am attacking the person in addition to attacking what you believe. Because you are stupid and your beliefs are stupid. Your beliefs aren't stupid because you're stupid. Although that's kind of the case, because you'd have to be a real idiot to be in your position and seriously still be thinking about this stuff to this degree. Obviously a fucking grifter. Either way. So it's not an ad hom like you love to claim. And while the two are related, can and do address them separately. But in the same statement, I will call you a dumbass who also happens to believe idiotic shit.
The world, and that's Cain and Abel. Cain brought his fruit and vegetables. Hey, God, look what I did for you. You better take me because I did good. God wouldn't take it. Abel brought a sacrifice. The Catholics are in the Cain category. They're trying very hard to go to heaven based on what they do. If they give...
Here's a question I just thought up. Okay, so if it's supposed to be Cain and Abel, we don't know if there's more kids or not, right? But here's the thing. Let's presume Cain and Abel were the only two males outside of Adam. Okay, which group is everyone descended from? Are we all from Cain? Are we all from Abel? Is there a healthy mix? I mean, Seth, you read Stupid Book of Bullshit for a while. Do you know anything on this? I think he's completely tripped out here. Yes, I was talking to you. Yes, he's checking one of his shorts. Shorty just uploaded to make sure that it came through good. Does the Bible go into any detail on if it's Cain or Abel or someone else that all of current humanity is descended from, I guess, through Noah? Does it ever get into that? Or would it be possibly nameless other groups? Yeah. 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 But the progenitor upwards. No, not from Noah. I'm talking up above. When you hit Adam, you have Adam and Eve, you have Cain and Abel. It doesn't go into any other names. So does it go into any detail on who we're descended from? Okay. Yeah, that's another thing. But okay, so theoretically, we could all, but technically, according to the Bible, be children of Cain for all we know. Yeah, theoretically. Yeah. Yeah, because Abel we don't know Abel, so yeah. So who, it's like, come on. This stuff's crazy.
Money if they get baptized as a baby, if they take the sacraments, if they pray, on their knees and Hail Mary full of grapes and all that stuff, then they think they're going to heaven. It's nothing different than what Cain did, and it's not going to work. So it's a works religion, okay? I disagree on their theology in several places besides the rapture.
Yes, except again, you didn't comprehend that they were talking a post-trib rapture, which is what you support. Fucking idiot.
Kent, how you doing, brother? Fine. My back hurts. Okay. I don't know if you remember me. I wrote at you a while you were in prison. Well, that narrows it down to 8,000 people.
Uh-oh. He complained. I never complains, but he complained there.
I have a feeling you got a lot of letters. I did. But I appreciate all your work. Love you, man. Well, thank you, Ruger. Appreciate that. Kent says, nobody's seen evolution, so it doesn't exist. Same logic, Kent. Well, no, you guys want to teach it as if it's true.
Because it is.
I'm not asking everybody to teach God in the public schools. And
yeah, you are. Before the schools are wiped out by RFK and whoever the fuck else, and Linda McMahon or whoever the fuck's running shit now. I don't know. This fucking clown show running our country is fucking ridiculous. It was nice to have a couple of years break from it, but here comes the band of fucking idiots again.
Taxpayer expense. You're wanting everybody to pay.
Yes. What taxes do you pay, Kent? Every tax you owe, what are those?
For your religion of evolution to be taught at taxpayer expense. That's
not a religion.
That's where the problem is. If you believe there's no God, you believe evolution works, great. Go start a private school and teach it to those who want to pay and come learn it. But no, you got to milk all the taxpayers, don't you? Because nobody else would pay for your dumb religion. You got to force them under,
No. Science kind of realized, hey, this is how shit actually is. Once again, Kent, the same methodologies allow you to broadcast this drivel to the world. Same methodologies are how we know evolution is most certainly a thing.
Of a gun.
Oh yeah, when I went to school, every time they brought the science books and evolution was there, the fucking Gestapo came in and pointed guns at all of us and was like, "You better learn this stuff or else we take you to the graveyard." I don't know. Fuck. Suddenly the Gestapo is French now.
Big difference there. You better study that out, Mike. When we die, do we go to dust till the resurrection? I thought God and Jesus come to new heaven and new earth, that they will dwell with man again and again. Well, yes, when you die, the Bible says to be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. The instant you die, your spirit goes back to God that gave it.
Uh-huh. Can you show us the spirit? Can you put it in a jar? It's like eBay, ghost in a jar.
Your body is going to go to a casket and slowly disintegrate and rot. And even that's going
Your spotty.
to be resurrected. Even if you
Yes, the nothing that's there is going to be resurrected.
get cremated, all the ashes spread around. God knows where every molecule is. You'll be resurrected. When you want.
Oh, yes, all those molecules that are now parts of other animals. You know what's terrifying, Kent? You want to know something really freaky? There's a non-zero chance that material that makes up your body once made up the body of another human. Think about that. And think about this with a resurrection concept. Do all your dead skin cells, do they come up from everywhere they're left? All the hairs that are randomly, when you get your hair cut, does that all come flying at you? You got to be reassembled like fucking Dracula in Castlevania 2? Is that how this works? Come on.
When he's ready for you. Okay. Last one. Should read the book of Enoch. Proceed with caution. I would proceed with caution. There are 3 books of Enoch. They're interesting history. They
Wait till you read the book of Chris. He mentioned you specifically, Kent.
contradict each other, and they certainly contradict the Bible, but they're just ancient books. Sure, I'm not afraid of
The Bible's just ancient books.
reading anything.
There you go. I need to do a YouTube poop of that. The Bible's just ancient books.
But I wouldn't change my theology based on the book of Enoch. Okay, be careful. Keep up the good work, brother. Thank you, Omar. Appreciate that. Okay, tomorrow, nothing. Yay, praise God. We got a bunch of people. Some of them already coming in. Have they come in, all of them? What, 80 people coming in from someplace? Where are they coming from? Oh, okay. No, okay. Anyway, we got a lot to do around here. Come see our place. It's really great. If you want to help us with the Noah's Ark, you can do plumbing, electrical, please come spend a couple days. We could
No, you'd have to pay me. And even then, I'd give you the worst work possible.
use you. See you Sunday morning for the book of Proverbs. See you then. Bye-bye.
Go to hell. Oh, wait, you're already there. All right, that's it. That's done. Yes, I was far more eccentric than normal in this one. Probably going to get demonetized. I don't know. I don't care. It's a little late to ask for super chats. Toss them if you got them, but the stream will probably be over by the time, so I might not see it. You give the video super thanks after the fact in the comments. That's a pretty cool feature. It's like super chat, only it's in a comment. And honestly, it's kind of cool in its own right. Yeah, more stuff coming, as always. My throat's sore. I've been yelling at Kent for an hour and a half now. Well, hour and 12 minutes. Screw him. Y'all are awesome.